What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got David Benavidez and David Morrell in the news. David Morrell recently did an interview. Shout out to FightHype.com. Make sure you go check that interview out. And he said he's 200% focused on David Benavidez. Now, before I get into what David Morrell had to say, I must say I got to tip my hat off. I got to take my hat off to David Benavidez, bro. How can y'all not like a fighter like David Benavidez, bro? How do y'all not like a fighter like that? What do you think when you got a guy who's on the verge of already fighting a massive threat in Archie Benavidez, right? And he's already guaranteed next, right? But so instead of taking just a soft touch, a soft tune-up, what does he do? He goes and gets David Morrell and make a fight with David Morrell. How can you not like David Benavidez for trying to fight the best, bro? At all times. How can you not? Like, I don't understand. How can you not? Even if you don't like the way he fights, how can you not be a fan of this guy's mentality, bro? This dude literally could have taken a soft touch, and everybody would have understood, because it's like, bro, you got Archie Benavidez next. You're next in line for the champ. So we get it. We understood. We understand that. But instead, he's taking a threat, a risky fight and fighting David Morrell. A lot of guys that you Canelo fanboys said that he was ducking. Oh my, no, but it's not David Benavidez. I love proving you guys wrong. It's so easy. I would think that you guys would get tired of being proven wrong. It's not David Benavidez that's been doing the ducking, buddy. We know who's been doing the ducking. But when it comes to him and David Benavidez, but we ain't gotta get to that. Let's go ahead and get to the end, the article or whatnot. Then I give you my opinion and my thoughts. Oh shoot, my bad. Shout out to dang, my bad, y'all. All right, so shout out to Boxing News 24/7. It says David Morrell 200% focused on Benavidez fight. WBA light heavyweight champion David Morrell says he's 200% focused on his up-and-coming clash against WBC interim 175 champion David Benavidez on January 25th in Las Vegas. The fight still hasn't been officially announced, but the January 25th date has been mentioned. The Cuban Morrell, who is 11-0 with 9 knockouts, is the underdog. So I wonder, okay, because I'm going for Benavidez. Everybody knows I have a great relationship with the Benavidez family. Been around them numerous of times, so I don't want this to be a slander at Benavidez. This is just for the people that was trying to criticize Terrence Crawford. For going in there and going the distance with a guy that only had 11 fights. I wonder, do those same channels, or do those same group of fans that cater to that channel, do they criticize Benavidez for fighting somebody? If Benavidez goes the distance with David Morrell, are you gonna criticize Benavidez for having a tough fight against somebody with just 11 fights? Just out of curiosity, I'm just asking I'm just asking for a friend, just asking. Anyways, and that has nothing to do with Benavidez. That has everything to do with the channels and the fans that are trying to criticize Terrence Crawford for going the distance with somebody that has 11 fights. These guys, I don't care how long they've been in reporting about boxing. I don't care how many subscribers they have not been in the sport like I have. I'm in the sport. I compete in the sport. I understand the sport. It's stuff that I'll understand that they'll never understand. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, David Morrell, the Cuban David Morrell, who has 11 wins, 9 of them by knockout, is the underdog in the minds of the fans due to Benavidez's advantage and experience against notable opposition. Morrell, who is 26 years old, wants to prove everyone wrong by defeating Benavidez, who is 29-0 with 24 knockouts in his highly anticipated matchup. One reason people are picking Benavidez is Morrell's lackluster performance against in his debut at 175 pounds against Radovijov Kalakaluva. on August 3rd in Los Angeles. In that fight, Morrell showed flaws in his game. In that fight, Morrell showed an inability to throw combinations and looked timid when under attack by the French contender. However, Morrell's puncher power was top-notch and was good as everyone in the 175-pound division, but he couldn't finish off Kalaka despite hurting him several times. Morrell wound up winning a wide 12-round decision, but it wasn't the type of effort that fans expected. It was my first time at 175 pounds. It's not an excuse. I need to work more. I'm going to focus more for the next fight and for my people, said David Morrell to Fight Hype when asked about the criticism he received from the fans for his last performance in his debut at light heavyweight on August 3rd. With the right coaching, Morrell should be able to make minor changes in his offense to defeat Benavidez because he has much better power and technical skills than he does. I don't know if I would agree with that. I mean, technical skills, yeah, I would definitely say David Morrell has has more technical skills that we've seen so far. But as far as power goes, I'm not sure if I don't know. It's a different type of power. I do sometimes wonder if David Benavidez's power comes from his size, meaning that it's not so much of his punching power, but more so that he wears his opponents down and gets them out of there. That could be a factor. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I don't know. I know for a fact David Benavidez has pop in his power though. But anyways, it says what Benavidez has in his favor is combination of punching and his high output. So that's what I was talking about. You know, he has a high volume, and his size. I kind of wonder, you know, if you have a size against somebody, right? Like if you're a big guy like Benavidez, your size and you're walking people down. I don't care how much shape a person is in. That can have a big impact, and you know, once you get tired, your punch resistance goes down as well. You're not able to take the same punches that you're able to take when you're full of energy. But that's why I kind of wondered. Like, I don't know. I don't necessarily. I definitely know David Benavidez got crack. He got heavy hands, right? I mean, he can pop, but I don't know if it's like how Golovkin was, or like how Artur Beterbiev is. I don't know if it's like that. I think it's a combination of him having power, him having a high punch output, and him in his size wearing his opponent down. You know, that's just my opinion though. But anyways, it says no Beterbiev 100% for the no Beterbiev 100% for this fight. So David Morrell is not focused on David Beterbiev. Said David Morrell on whether the judges got it right by giving Artur Beterbiev the victory over Dimitri Bivol last month in their undisputed light heavyweight championship on October 12th. No, it's no surprise for me. You know, the fight with Berlanga and Munguia, the last two fights Canelo is not correct. We had Benavidez before that, and me too. We had one guy that is Cuban. There's a lot of people to fight, so Canelo at 175 is no surprise for me. Did I just skip over something? I guess they asked him about possibly getting a Beterbiev fight. The best version, I waited for this fight for a long time, said Morrell about his fight against David Benavidez. My mentality is 200%. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this is definitely going to be a very interesting fight. I'm super excited about this fight. A lot of people felt like David Benavidez didn't look as dominant against Alexander Gvozdyk. Even though Alexander Gvozdyk was a good fighter, he was, a former champion. But that was David's first time at 175. A lot of people kind of felt like he didn't look as good, but I don't get it, because people talking about he was in a close fight. Dog, I had David shutting that fight was a shutout, bro. I had David winning that fight, convincingly. Like, it wasn't even close to me. or whatnot. And I'm very well with scoring judges, but you know, it is what it is. And then you got David Morrell, who a lot of people also felt like didn't look too good. Felt like he won that fight convincingly as well. I feel like their styles are going to be very, this is going to be an interesting fight because of their styles. David Benavidez being a pressure fighter, come forward fighter that throws, has a high punch output volume. David Morrell being more, I don't know if I want to say like on the slick side, because it's certain things that David Morrell does that I don't like. I feel like he's very, you know, he can get wild with his punches at times. But he's more of the, I don't think he's that slick. I don't know how to describe his style. Because it's not like your typical Cuban style, but he does kind of prefer to be on the outside. But he's not that slick to me. I guess you would call him a boxer puncher or whatnot. But anyways, I mean, I just think that this is gonna make for a very interesting fight. I cannot wait to see it. But shout out to David Benavidez for taking on a very risky opponent before a title shot. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Who do you see winning this fight? Are you excited about this fight? But what do I know?